Today is Saturday, the 27th of November, 2021, Thanksgiving weekend. I'm here at just below the trailhead for Gray Rock Lake. This is outside of Mount Shasta City, kind of near Castle Lake, and it's to the southeast of Mount Eddy. Anyway, this very rutty road, I made it all the way to here, about 2/10 of a mile from where the trail begins. And as you can see, it is absolutely impassable for my little car to get past that big hunk of exposed bedrock. I'm not even sure if a Jeep could safely do that. But anyway, this is a good parking area, and it's kind of not really in any rush, but I'm going to try to get to 3 of the lakes. There is an unnamed summit just beyond it, about 7,200 feet in elevation. And actually there's another summit in a lake nearby. And who knows, maybe I'll try to get all of that today. And if I don't, I'll just hike back down to here. Car camp at this nice pullout. It should be very secluded. And then tag it tomorrow. It's supposed to be nice for the next few days at least. Alright, so if you were to hike up the road a couple tenths of a mile, you get to this wide area, marking the parking lot. You already have a nice view. That's one of the peaks I'm aiming to climb. It's slightly lower than the other one that's hidden out of view. So this is Gray Rock Lake, and it's the largest lake in this little basin. Pretty much froze over. I just heard a weird phenomenon, and it was a crazy noise sounding from within the ice. I know I've seen people's YouTube videos where they throw rocks onto the ice and it gives kind of a whoa 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 sound, and that's what I just heard. It was pretty loud too, it was insane, but it only lasted for a couple seconds. Alright, I don't know what causes it, I have to look it up, but here, I got a big rock, and watch when I throw it out there. Did you hear that? That was exactly the sound that I heard. It's such a cool phenomenon, I never experienced that. But it's almost like the ice has to be just a little bit thick, but not terribly. I got an even bigger rock, let's see what happens. So this here is Little Gray Rock Lake, a couple hundred feet above the first one I visited. From here, I'm just gonna find my way up the ridge, bypass these cliffs, and get to the highest point in the area. As you can see, the lake is frozen, got some interesting layers, and I bet you it'll make the same sound. Yep, it's not quite as echoey as the main Gray Rock Lake. Climbed up a little bit higher, and there's this unnamed small lake, all froze over. About a quarter mile from my summit, and I'm just going to be climbing amidst the snow and rock straight up that talus. Okay, so I've been up here for about half an hour taking my panoramas. That might be the true summit right there, but where I'm standing has a much better view. There's a little summit register, Sierra Club. Take a look at it later. Anyway, this is northwest to Mount Eddy, And I'm going to try, depending on daylight, to get to that summit there. And right down at the saddle on the other side is Scott Lake. See if I get down to it, or maybe take a picture of it from a vantage point. Shasta and Black Butte. There's a storm going on pretty much in the northwest, and I'm right on the edge of it. I shouldn't be bothered by it though. It's very dead calm, lovely out here. Dead still. Castle Craigs, you can see the Pacific Crest Trail, and you can even see the line of it in the snow right there. So I was looking out, you can see some very distant snowy peaks. And I believe that to be the Warner Mountains, Eagle Peak and Warren Peak, east of Alturas. Interstate 5 goes through in the canyon down there. Got Lassen Peak, Great Valley to the south. Gray Rocks. Trinity Alps. All of the peaks are in the clouds. And over towards the Russian and Marble Mountain Wilderness. Alright, well, I'm gonna take this unpleasant looking ridge, get down to the saddle, check out Scott Lake, and then it looks like I have a pretty snow-free climb to the other 7,000 foot peak. So inside, a little pencil and this booklet. Apparently this is the high point of the Castle Craigs Wilderness, 7,200 feet, and it's 2016. This one's just 2021. The last official date I see here is back in June. Okay, I am approaching Scott Lake. A lot of cedar trees on this side. Mount Shasta is actually straight ahead, but it looks like it's just barely below the trees. Alright, this is the view from the second summit. Equally as nice a view. You got Castle Craigs, Lassen Peak. This is the whole ridge line. That's the peak that I was on, as well as Upper Gray Rock and regular Gray Rock. And Timberlake is down in the shade there. That's where I'll be going after this. And then the trail is not too far to the parking area. Somewhere right in there. Clouds have cleared up a little bit. You can see more of the Trinity Alps. Nice jagged peaks. Russian and Marble Wilderness. Mount Betty is finally poking into view out of the clouds. There's still low cloud cover in Oregon. That's the edge of the storm. Overall, it's pretty quiet. Very little breeze. Shasta has a few clouds forming around it. It's almost like this thing is going around the peak. And you got Mount Shasta City as well as Lake Siskiyou. Here's a close-up of Castle Craigs. I'd like to summit one of those spires. They all look pretty technical though. Pretty impressive terrain. Both summits have had a lot of ants. Large ants. be like sugar ants or something like that. I don't remember which exit that one is. Might be the exit for Highway 89. I completely forgot to videotape Timber Lake. It really is not much of anything, just like the other lakes here. Small and mostly frozen over. Nice cliffs in the backdrop. I'm just over the divide now and coming back to the main Gray Rock Lake. And I got about an hour left before sunset. I'll grab a whole bunch of rocks here. We're back at the trailhead. Got a short little walk down. It does appear that somebody did make it up here today. I did hear vehicles now and again, but I guess maybe that really rough section wasn't too bad after all for some vehicles. Definitely see how they drove. I see footprints. So it looks like they had to step out and examine what they were looking at. There's still some parts of it that are icy. And it looks like their bottom probably scraped and pushed some of these rocks. I'm sure they were probably thinking, how the hell did a little car like this make it all the way here? Anyway, it was a good day. Sun's about to set here shortly, and I might just spend the night right here. It's a good spot.